Hello. This video has mouth sounds. This is the content warning. Click away, or enjoy with subtitles.
Okay, so, hello. Yeah, okay, so basically, we were watching like a dreamalgia video about, how to, no, not how to, it was about special interests. And then I was like, I want to do a video. So now we're doing a video, so, should I go? Okay, so we'll just, like, do whatever. Yeah, I put music up in the background, so that should do something. Also, Tiger is clawing me, but I will not be quiet, so. Yeah, so. Hello. Our main special interest is art, of course. But, I think we wanted to talk about, like, the different. What we have, like, takes interest in specifically. So, you go first. I don't want to do it. Yeah, okay, so. I really like animating. I like animating. Yes. I love animating. I love art. I really like drawing, like digital art, because there's just so many. There's like so many just beautiful things you can do. I think, yeah, you and some other people, when they were doing like a retrospective on Bacon's design, put it really well in like sentences about how like the color of lines can change the outlook of an entire image. And that was something we learned from like Kittydog's art style. And it's just like, yeah. I feel like that really encompasses why some of us really love digital art, because it's just so special. The colors are just so wonderful. Me personally, there's another YouTuber that we really like, who is Neoli. They animate 3D characters. So they animate in MMD, which is Miku Miku Dance, which is like you import the character and then it's like a rigging 3D animation software. And they have like extra rigs on the face and their expressions. I really, really love their expressions. And I think that's part of what I really like about drawing too, is the expressions, how you can push the movement to its utmost like breaking point and then snap it back. That's one of the reasons I really love animation too, is just the way you can take a character, a person's face, and just sculpt it with your hands in your mind and then draw that out as if it was like a 3D object. And it doesn't even have to be 3D, because you can do so many things when you like lean into the flatness of 2D art too. It's just so amazing. Like, actually, just gorgeous. I love art. It's just so fucking good. Oh my god. Yeah. And so I really like the minuscule movements. The tilts of the head is like a really interesting thing that you can do to make your character like look 3D and read as just a regular person, just like existing in space. The way the head tilts down and the facial expressions, no matter how cartoony, can follow. And that can like, it's like a style that I saw on it's from, I say it a lot, but specifically I'm talking about this one video from bunnytriestoanimateyt. It's like a Homestuck video, and I forget the song, but it was very colorful. And it had like the head bobbing, but the head was tilting. And you can see it in a lot of their videos where they have like a good grasp, in my opinion, on how the face looks like in 3D, and how you can shift the facial features that you've already drawn to like accommodate for that movement. And it's just so, yes, please. It's, yeah. So like the minuscule movements, the push and pull of movement, the way angles can change perspective. It's just so, yes, please. Oh my god, I love animating. I love animating so much. We joke a lot that we're impatient, but like our hobbies, it's honestly a wonder, but it's not at the same time because I love animating so fucking much. Like actually, yeah. Yeah. I think I had one other thing. Pass the mic to you. Yes, please. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we've been digital arting for like so long now. It's just been like a thing. Since Xeno, yeah. I'm not touching that because that's another special interest, but I'll be on that for like 3 fucking years. Which, honestly, yes, please, thank you. But not what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about like the mediums today. That has to be like a separate video because that's like its own, you know. Let's not wake up the sleeping lions yet, please. Okay. But yeah, so I really love digital art. I like drawing, like. Nah, I think I just like digital. Some of us really like traditional art, and it's like very interesting and beautiful to see the textures they can get. But me personally, I like digital. Just because the colors, I know where to get the colors, and I don't have to rely on traditional like limitations, which I view them as limitations, but honestly limitations can be like really good. Like I think one of the reasons we like to use gacha games still is because of the limited color palette and the ways you can use the existing templates to then create you're creating like impressions of what you want, and that is like part of the fun with using apps that have limitations. The only thing that sucks with gacha is their limitations are pretty racist and ableist, aside from like clothes and color palettes. Like it would be nice if they had bigger bodies, different bodies. They added a part where you can like disappear some of the limbs, which is cool, but it's still like the one to slightly bigger body type in the gacha club. Yeah. And so that's like upsetting. But I do think the limiting of the clothes and the color palettes can lead to very interesting combinations and really stretches a thinking muscle that is very fun sometimes. It just kind of, you know, yeah. Oh, I guess it's my turn. So, I don't do much digital. What I wanted to talk about, I think, was, I like doing, so, like, 3D, I like making dolls. I like making stuffed creatures and things and characters and people. And sewing. I really like hand sewing. Because I also think I liked knitting, but we haven't knit in a long time. But I really like hand sewing. And let me think. Yeah, I love buttons. We have a lot of people who like buttons. But I love buttons. I love the variations and how you can use them as accessories or eyes. and stylistically change the entire look of something with just buttons. I like embroidery, and I like the steadiness. I think all of it is like meditative and just thinking whilst you're doing such a long-winded activity. But yeah, I like sewing. I think we have to be in a very particular mood to sew though, because as someone else has put it, you have to be in a very specific mood to bring something to life. Personally. And while drawing, I still feel like there's like a separation in drawing to draw as like practice, or just drawing because we love to draw and that's just what our hands like to do, and drawing to hang something up, drawing to display something, drawing to, like, there's a difference between specifically drawing to display something and drawing and then later deciding to display it, you know? And because 3D crafts such as sewing to us just hold that different like perspective, it's a lot of like what energy and what you are putting into this creature, this object that you are creating. And for us, I know personally, it's been, if I'm not in a good mood, then this creature will not feel like they're in a good mood, or they were not made with, well, I guess that's kind of incorrect too, because we don't like to label our moods good or bad, because that's not really how we see emotions, you know? Everything has its place, everything has its purpose, and everything deserves to be loved. And everything has like its extent or whatever. And so it's just a certain mood to be able to put that love and contemplation and just space, to hold that space to create something that is going to be around in the 3D earthly home realm, you know? And so, yeah. I think that energy, that like space of mind and time, and just letting ideas sink in and settle and churn in the pot before you create them. I prefer that method. Although, to be honest, I don't have any problem with like any other methods. I don't think that contemplation is like superior to just doodling for the fun of it. Like I don't like to compare things like that, because people find value in different things, and if people can find value in something that I don't see as much value in, then good for them, you know? And so, yeah. I like sewing, but I guess I like the mind space behind that. We have been sewing for like a long time. We tend to prefer hand sewing to machine sewing, even when it comes to, like we did when we were making some plushies of Homestuck characters. We did use machine sewing, but it's definitely a different workflow to hand sew. I think we just used machine sewing because it was like a lot, you know? So it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. Yeah. I like threading thing. I don't know. I think I made my point clear. I don't like to repeat myself much, but anyways, passing passing the passing the mic bag. Yeah. Honestly, I really like I like the sewing too. I think you covered it pretty well. Uh, I like animating as well. There's like a sort of flow that you get into that I guess special interests kind of like induce in us, at least. It's just a state of anything could happen. Anything could be thought, but it's like generally just a state, whether it be excitement. I mean, it also kind of depends on who's in that state, but just the state of flow, of contemplation, of not thinking sometimes and just letting it be, you know? And that is why I love drawing queer people. Yeah, that's why drawing is a very... Oh yeah. I also, well, I like storytelling. I guess I would count that as I like stories. I know some of us like character creation and designing and colors. Me personally, I like storytelling. And I really like when we do videos and we'll have just a bunch of people working and collabing, and it's just like such a great feeling because you'll have some people who deal with the timing of videos. You know, they know the comedic timing or they know the animations timing, how to elicit the feeling that we're going for. And then you have people who are like, okay, but what if I did this instead? And it's just very fun. It's a very just process that brings us together, that lets us communicate and love each other and exist freely in the same time, and it's just amazing. And that, I should just stop saying that because it sounds like I'm about to end the video, and I don't think we were done yet. And that is the glory of being an artistic symphony. Harmony. Now. Symphony? I don't know. That is autism. Slay. You know? Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. I think that was it. Goodbye! Is that it for this time? Okay. I guess we'll put this to like a speed paint or something. I think, yeah, talking is fun. I like doing videos. That was cool. Okay. Goodbye.